Jump squats, it's up to you if you want to go for height or go for more weight. If your goals are more strength oriented, you're going to go with a little bit slower velocity version. If you're going for more strength and hypertrophy development, if you're going more just like speed and athleticism stuff, then you're going to go less weight, more height. If you're doing the weighted version, generally the height that I like to do, I like to just barely leave the ground for mine. And for a lot of these jumping exercises, I don't use as much range of motion as I use for like the weightlifting version. So good luck doing a jump squat from a front squat position. So I'll switch to a back squat for these. And these, I just hit just a standard around parallel or slightly above it, and I jump up from there, that's where I like to live. Like I said, if you want to focus a little bit more on jump height, you're going to go less weight, come up, and then you're going to jump higher with it. If your goals are a little bit more hypertrophy oriented, like you're like, dude, bodybuilding is life. I don't care how high I can jump at all. Then you're just going to slow down the tempo a bit. You're just going to go, same thing. You can probably get away with going with half the resistance that you use for your heavy sets. And then you're going to go down, 1,001, come up, 1,001, come on. You're just going to knock them out till you can't anymore. For all the higher velocity stuff, you're basically going to do your sets until you feel that sharp drop off in velocity, then you end your set. Do another set. We create tighter cutoff values for how fast we're going. So for me, I kind of go like the middle of the road approach. I like to go about, 10% of my max squat or my max adjusted squat once you factor in body weight resistance. So for me right now, it's about 60 pounds. So I'll be knocking them out. And as soon as I'm I just kind of hit that wall and I'm just I barely left the ground on that one. Or my feet just didn't leave the ground, or I know I'm not going to leave the ground on the next one. You end the set. But yeah, in theory, you could just do this massive drop set where you're okay, the first rep you're jumping as high as possible, and then you just keep doing 200 of them until you can barely stand up straight anymore. But that would kind of be what that whole force velocity continuum would look like. But in terms of just generating higher peak power, more power production, we create more tighter cutoff values for, once velocity drops below a certain point, then we stop the set. And and that's kind of how you would fine tune it based on your goals. So remember, you care more about jumping, you're a track athlete, maybe you play more team sports, you're going to lighter load, so maybe instead of a 10% external load of your max squat, you might go 5%, or you might go 2% even, or you're just holding like I said, holding 3% of your max squat out in front of you in a dumbbell, and then you do your jump squats from there, versus, oh, hey, no, I'm in it for the hypertrophy gains and that's it. Well, then you might only just drop the load from your heavy set. You can just drop it down 20%, and then you're still just gonna, bang them out from there, and you're just not gonna jump with them. So that's how we treat all these jump squats. Let me know if you got any questions.